Hello, I am Dr. Soni Kumari from ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. In today's session, I will be talking about if statement, that is topic of Unit 2. So let's start. Now, these are the topics which we will cover in this session. First is your introduction. Here we will try to understand what basically if statement is. Next, we will try to understand if statement with the help of diagram. Next, we will see what is the rule of writing if statement in Python, that is syntax. Then we will try to understand if elif examples. And finally, I will give you two questions to practice as an exercise. Now, we have already seen if statement, then we have seen if else statement. Now we are seeing if elif statement. These two topics already have been done in previous session. If you have any doubt, you can see there, and I will suggest you see these sessions after watching this. So in if statement, we have seen if it works only in case of true, whereas in case of if statement, we have seen it works in both conditions. Like if condition is true, the body of if part is included, and if the condition is false, the body of else part is excluded. Now we will see if elif statement. If elif statement is again extension of if else statement only. What happens actually? Here in this case of if elif statement, we will have multiple if statement. We will have multiple if statement. So we can see that if elif is an extension of if statement. So we will try to understand this thing with the flow chart also. Now, here we can say, see, first we will start. We start, and then as I told you, in case of if elif statement, we have multiple if statements. So this is your for, you can say, like one if statement we are having, and if the condition is true, the statement will be executed. If we have condition false, we have another if statement. Again, here a condition will be tested, and if the condition is true, the statement is executed. And if the condition is false, again we have another if statement. So you can see that here we are having multiple if statements. Like here you can see this is your one. Again we have second if statement. Again we have third. And depending on your situations, we can have multiple if statement. So that is your if elif statements. And it is not necessary that it will have only like two or three. It will depend on your scenario, that what is your problem statements, and depending on that we can use multiple if elif statement. Now here we can see like what is the rule for writing if elif statement. Like first we will write the keyword, and we are doing in if statement. Now we will check the condition that needs to be tested. We will end with the colon. Now that is the body of if elif. Now, if the condition is false, like if this was the case of condition true, okay. Now, if the condition, this will be done if the condition is true, right? Now, what happens if the condition is false? It will go to the next if elif statement. Again, it will check whether the condition is true. If the condition is true, this part will be executed. If the condition for this is true, this part will be executed. If the condition is false, then the next elif will be executed. The same things is repeated depending on your scenario. So basically, you can see what is happening here. If the condition is true, the body of that part is executed. If the condition is false, the next if elif is executed. Similarly, it goes on. And finally, we have like else. It means that if all the conditions that was given in your multiple if statement is false, then finally this part will be executed. And whatever the body of else is there, it will be executed. So there are few things you should keep in your mind. First is that, like, yes, you are using the same code like we have used the key if keyword, then condition needs to be tested, then end with colon. If the condition is true, the body of if part is executed. If the condition is false, elif is executed. If the condition is true of elif, this part is executed. If the condition is false, next elif is executed. This goes on. And at the end, we have else. And what does it signify? Like, though you are having multiple if statement, but none of the condition is true, in that scenario, the statement of or the block of else part will be executed. So this is how your elif statement works. This is also known as elif ladder also. Now we will see one example so that we can have better understanding. It is like write a program, write, write a program to print grade of students according to the following condition. That means now we are having multiple conditions, like marks obtained above 95%, you have to print excellent for that. If marks is between 80 and 95 degree, sorry, percentage, it is not degree, it is your percentage. 80 to 95%. If number is between 80 to 95%, you have to print good. If the marks is like between your 60 to 80%, then it will print average. And if the marks is less than 60%, it will print below average. So these are your, here you can see that we are having multiple conditions which needs to be tested. So of course we will be using if elif statement, because if elif is the extension of if else statement where there are number of if else statement. That is, in another way we can say multiple conditions. So here we can see that we are having how many conditions? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So we are basically having 4 condition needs to be tested. Now again we have taken, now we will start. We have taken the marks input from the user. User will enter the percentage, and now it will check if marks is greater than 95, it will print excellent. Elif, if condition is true, it will execute. But if suppose that if this condition does not met, it will move here. If this condition is false, it will move here and it will check whether this falls in this category. If this condition is true, this will be executed. Again, if this condition is also false, if this condition is also false, it will move to next and it will check this one. If this condition is true, it will execute it. But if this condition is also false, so it will check this. Like now we don't have any conditions for check, it will print this. So what you have seen, like it checks the conditions multiple times, but in case if none of the condition which has been provided is true, the else block is executed. I hope this program is clear to you. Now these are the practice exercise questions for you. You will practice this uh, on your platform wherever you are working for Python. Write a program to generate electricity bills on basis of following criteria. These are the like multiple criteria, and based on that you have to write a program. Of course, you will use elif statements. And next program is you have to write a program to calculate salary on the basis of this criteria, like if basic is less than 20,000, days 30%. So these are the conditions which have been given, and you have to uh, print the total salary. Last program is write a program to take an integer from number from 1 to 7 and from a user to print corresponding weekday, like 1 as a Monday, 2 as a Tuesday. Like you have to do this like 1 as a Monday, 2 as the Tuesday, 3 as the Wednesday, 4 as the Thursday, and so on. Like till Sunday, you have to do this. So these are the exercise questions where you will be using elif statements. These are the references. Thank you for watching my video.